Hello, Watem here and welcome back to some more Higurashi When They Cry. I just noticed an early sign of it. Tomatake's vaccine wasn't working. When when he was in the each time he's been in the ritual storehouse, Hanyu ends up jumping up and down as a response to what Takano says, and so Tomatake actually hears it, which means, and from what she said earlier, where people who have high levels can sometimes hear Hanyu like jumping up and down, like Sadako, and that's why Sadako woke up at one point in time. Yeah, Tomatake can as well. Keiichi caught it rather quickly. It's another thing to note. Anyway, continuing on.
恋人同士それしか知らないです。
高野がね、恋人との最後の夜の仰せを一人で帰るというのが腑に落ちないんです。富武はその時トランクの中に詰められていて、あの真っ暗な森の中に捨てようとした。だがお告げのパトカーがたまたまそこにいちゃったもんで、仕方なくそこを通り抜け、もっと先で富武を捨てた。
Both Tomitake and Takano are sent here from Tokyo. I have no idea what their real identities are. I can't say that Takano had no reason to kill Tomitake. However, I've never considered that possibility before in my life. Takano killed Tomitake? But why? I can't think of any reason. Nothing comes to mind. And it's hard to imagine Takano was cornered to the point she had to kill him. In fact, it's more plausible that she was enraged with lovesick Tomitake like to call to her, and she strangled his neck.
私はあのカップル、どことなく不釣り合いだなってずっと思ってました。こう言っちゃ富武君に失礼ですが、高野さんでは荷が勝ちすぎているんじゃないかなってずっと思ってました。高野が富武を何かに利用しようとして近づいていたとか、そういう。
ないです。
高野が富武を何かに利用しようとして近づいていたとか、そういう話を村の中で聞いたことはありませんかね。
でも話は聞いてみようと。何か分かったら大石にも知らせますです。
ありがとうございます。村の内部に詳しい方、それも御三家の当主でお社様の生まれ変わりの協力がいただければ鬼に金棒ですよ。
But even the reincarnation of Oishio-sama couldn't solve this mystery for over 100 years.
でもその高野も殺されたのですよ。どういうことなのですか？
私はもしあなたからタレコミ、おっとお告げを聞いていなかったら、多分きっと富武と高野は共に犠牲者で、お社様のたたりの5年目ってことになったんだろうと思い込んだと思います。
That sounds like more than just the I heard some people talking.
ですが、こうなってくるとどうも違う。
I wouldn't be sure about that though.
どうやらこいつはお社様のたたりの5年目ってことにしようとした巧妙な事件のように見えてきました。
つまり高野が犯人。
Basically, this is what Oishi was trying to say. They're not both victims. The culprit is also pretending to be a victim. This is really hard for me to believe. I can't think of any reason why Takano would do something like this. Oishi only feels the way he does because he doesn't know her as well as I do. You don't know her as well as you think you do. For another thing, how can you explain that Takano's body was found? Didn't the police in Gifu Prefecture identify the body?
焼死体の識別には歯型照合が最も有効だと言われています。ただうちの鑑識のじじいが言うにはそれでも 100% じゃないという。まあそれよりおかしいのが現場の県警鑑識の死亡時刻なんです。当初死亡時刻が合わなかったらしいんです。
死亡時刻が合わない。
ねえ、祭りの前夜にはもう殺されてたっていう鑑識が出ちゃったらしいんです。内容物とかそういうのから調べるらしいですね。ですがこの時点で岐阜さんには高野の話をしちゃってたんです。だからお隣の県警さん、綿流しの日に彼氏とデートしてたはずの死体が死後24時間では話が合わないって言って、その鑑定結果を握りつぶしちゃったらしい。死亡時刻の鑑定なんかより死体の歯型鑑定の方がよっぽど精度が高いですからね。まあ現場にはたまにある話です。ですが高野が犯人かもしれないって目で見てみると、こいつは高野の死体じゃない可能性が出てきます。
死体をごまかすことなんて可能なのですか？
焼死体の鑑定は基本的に歯型以外は絶望的です。例えばこれは推理小説的な荒技ですが、沖宮のデンタルクリニックに残されていた高野美代の歯型のカルテ、これが巧妙な手口で捏造されていたら誤認もあり得る。まあそんなのは抜きにして、単純にお隣の県警さんが高野に間違いないと決めつけてしまった可能性の方が高いですが、警察組織内では往々にして初動時の鑑定ミスが後々まで尾を引くことが少なくない。伝説的な冤罪事件のほとんどはこれに起因します。私はどうやらその可能性が拭えない気がする。
つまり高野は生きてる？
高野美代は先日以来車ごと行方不明です。現地の死体が高野でないなら、これはなんだか面白そうな話になってきます。
Rie had already heard about the deaths of Tomitake and Takano. It seemed like both the clinic and the office in Tokyo had flown into a panic over it. It's funny how they make such a big fuss about their own people, and they don't care about what happens to other people's lives if it would get in the way of their research. Takano's subordinate, Okunogi, was in the room. Okunogi was the leader of the mountain gods. I came here to make sure he's still willing to protect me. Based on past experience, they tend to lose interest in protecting me after Takano dies.
おこのぎ、高野が死んでしまいましたですが、僕は大丈夫なのですか？
大丈夫ですよ、リカさん。我々が今後も厳重に警護してますんで。ですから、警察に頼ろうとしなくても問題ないです。
More like, if you call the police, they'll get in the way of us killing you. I guess this is part of that tight security? You must have been listening to my conversation with Oishi.
大石に聞きました。高野が実は死んでいないというのは本当ですか？
まさか。現地の県警の正式な発表ですんで。
Okay, when the secret military organization claims their proof is, oh yeah, this police department officially said this, that does sound suspicious.
大石という刑事は今年で定年。お社様のたたりを何とか解決したい一心で、何でも話をおかしくしようとする癖がありよります。あいつの言うことに耳を貸さん方がいいでしょう。
Well, he's not wrong. This year is Oishi's last chance. Because he's so desperate, he's developed a bad habit of listening to every rumor he hears.
では、 おこのぎはこの事件をどう見ていますですか？
現在上が調査してますんで、いい加減なことは言えません。殺された2人の関係を知る以上、内部犯行の可能性が極めて高いっちゅんは間違いないんじゃないかと。
I glanced over at Irie as I listened to Okanogi speak, seeing that whoever he was talking to over the phone was accusing him of killing them. Irie was frantically trying to prove his innocence. Soon enough, he hung up the phone. Irie looked upset that he was under suspicion after working so hard for the organization.
ああ、リカさん。すみませんね。だいぶお待たせして。
入江も大変なことになったようなのです。
お聞きになった通りです。富武さんたちの死は何かの陰謀による可能性が非常に高いです。そして東京はその黒幕が私であると思っているようです。まったくどうしてそういう方向になるのか大いに疑問です。
I rarely ever saw Irie get so emotional. He must be feeling as though all his effort is being repaid with injustice. However, it's a fact that Irie was trying to fight against the budget cuts and downsizing of his research team. Tokyo was thinking that could be his motive for killing them. In any case, everyone in the organization is suspicious.
リカさんの心配は分かってます。高野さんたちを殺した何者かが次にあなたを狙わないとは限らないですからね。東京もそこは特に気にしていました。
山犬にもあなたの警護体制を最高にするよう命令が来ています。ご安心してくださいね。
それが聞ければ僕は少し安心なのです。
This was the first time the Mountain Dogs had ever tightened up my security. They usually become so busy keeping tabs on Irie after Tomitake and Takano's deaths, they end up ignoring me. Even though they're dead, I'm still in a pretty favorable situation. You're not, though.
高野たちを殺した犯人に心当たりはないのですか？
東京の皆さんも調べられています。状況を見る限り内部事情に精通した人間の仕業です。どうやら真っ先に疑われたのは私のようです。
富武にああいう死に方をさせられるのは入江だけなのです。
そんなことはありません。おそらく東京の方も H17 さんの話をしているのでしょうが、あれは危険な目的での研究が中止された時全て破棄されたはずです。あんなことは不可能だ。
ですが所長、こういうことが起こってしまった以上、東京は疑わざるを得ません。それに富武氏には予防薬があらかじめ与えられていたはず。にもかかわらず発症したんです。
Except he didn't.
天文学的低確率で起こった偶然だとしか言えません。とにかく絶対そんなことはありえないんです。
Irie is usually a very calm person. Once the people in Tokyo start suspecting him, he often loses his mind.
高野が犯人ということはありませんですか？高野なら内部の人間です。
高野さんがまさか。
But as he spoke, Irie also started to realize that everything could be explained if Takano was the culprit. But I don't know how to persuade him that it's the truth. More than anything, people wanted to hear a motive. Not who did something, but why. Knowing that probably isn't as important as it sounds. After all, you never know the motive unless the suspect talks. Guessing about the motive is just a waste of time. In other words, it's stupid to assume that Takano isn't the culprit just because I don't know what her motive is.
リカさん、確証もないことを言っちゃいけませんね。あれだけ親切にしてくれたんじゃないんですか？それを疑っちゃ悪いですね。
Upon hearing me be ungrateful towards his boss, Okanogi flashed me with an unpleasant smile. It's true that Takano was very nice to me. Might be disrespectful of me to suspect her. However, I still can't trust her completely yet. Perhaps I've developed the same bad habits as Soichi. Am I believing every crazy theory I hear just because I'm desperate to escape from my fate?
とにかく私たちの身近で何か良くないことが起こりつつあるのは間違いありません。用心するに越したことはないでしょ
う。ご心配なく。所長に対する警護体制も最高にするよう命令を受けておりますね。
So please, Rika, notice that tighten up security is a euphemism for we're watching you. Yurie smiled briskly. For him, their protection wouldn't be too different from stalking.
リカさんも警察には不用意なことを喋らないようにお願いします。分かってると思いますが、場合によっては機密保持のため、厄介なことになるかもしれませんので。
It's implying that he'd have to kill anyone I talk to. This isn't the first time they've warned me about this. It's just, what if Takano really is the culprit? If she is, then Okunogi is almost certainly involved too. Then it makes sense that he wouldn't want me to suspect Takano. That would be horrifying. If Takano was my enemy, then the mountain dogs were too. This whole clinic is a lion's den. Irie is just a researcher, so he probably wouldn't know what's really going on. The more I thought about it, the more confused I got. Why would Takano do something like this? I thought I'd just convince myself that the motive shouldn't even matter, but I can't stop thinking about it. Is Takano really behind it all? Am I going crazy as Oishi? As crazy as Oishi, just because of how badly I want to solve this mystery? Perhaps. The mountain dogs are more like wolves looking after a flock of sheep. I've lived for over 100 years. I never once found out who killed me, and I stayed close to the Irie Institute so that they'd protect me. What if that was my big mistake? Well, I'm sure that Irie has no bad intentions. In many lives, I got to see just how genuine his feelings are. I can trust him. However, he's not really reliable. Okunogi glanced over at me. He smiled and told me not to worry, but I noticed an evil glint in his eyes. It's possible that I have Minagoroshi syndrome. That was just a hallucination. I don't understand anything. I don't even know who my enemies are anymore. There's no point in thinking about this any longer. I have to only trust who I know I can trust for sure. There are only a few of those people though, Irie, Oishi, and my friends. If Okunogi is on Takano's side, he will be watching me very closely. If I started accusing Takano of anything, who knows what they'd do to me. When this world first began, I thought I had no time left. But that wasn't true. The number of things that happened in just 2 weeks was immense. I probably only have a few more days left until the day of my death. What can I do? How can I change this? Am I supposed to just take Kanyu's advice and resign this time? Dun dun dun! Maybe one more chapter before the epilogue? Or, yeah, actually, because they have like a chapter thing, and then the epilogue immediately after, don't they, normally? Oh, that wasn't the end of the chapter, never mind.
Mm. それで、綿流しの晩にはもう失踪していたらしいんだよ。お社様のたたりかな。
さすがに5年も連続すると薄気味悪いよな。
Himazawa is a small village. Rumors spread fast here. Besides, she's Mion Sonozaki. She would have found out about this yesterday even if the police are trying to hide it. My friends are all talking about the mysterious death of Tomitake and the disappearance of Takano. People in this village are very superstitious. No matter what happens, they conclude that everything is the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Past incidents don't matter to me either way. All I'm interested in is the current one. The culprits of this case will probably kill me too. 2 days have passed since Watanagashi. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, 1983. At the earliest, I'll get killed on the night of the 22nd. That is, tomorrow night. The day of my death is always different. I always end up getting killed, but the day when it happens varies. I guess the culprit has their own reasons for that. There's only one thing I'm sure about. Based on my experiences, I'll live for sure until tomorrow night. After then, I will have to live with the fear of getting murdered at any moment. Still, there's no real reason to be afraid. When I wake up, I'll be in a brand new world again. I can never remember how I'm killed. That's why I'm not that afraid of the killing itself. I'm just frustrated that my life is about repeating the same things over and over, like a broken record. However, at present I'm frustrated. My classmates just suspect that their peaceful days will continue forever, but I couldn't feel that way. I feel frustrated and full of sorrow, as I really don't want to die.
明日の夜ですが、リカは悔いがありませんですか？バカ。ないわけないでしょ。
Hanyu was trying to warn me that I might get killed tomorrow night, as though she already knew it was going to happen for sure.
リカはとてもよく頑張りました。そして今年の綿流しは僕が生きてきた中でも一番の楽しいお祭りでした。それはリカもだったのではないですか？
It was fun. It really was fun. Sadako had band-aids all over her face, but everyone was there, together, and we kicked up a storm. I want this world to continue forever. I can't accept that. This world is going to end tomorrow at the earliest, within 1 or 2 weeks at the latest.
また次の世界でもきっと楽しくできますのですよ。この世界はもう終わりなの。こんなにも楽しい世界なのに。もう
All of
終
my
わりなの。
All of my friends are alive and happy. Keiichi doesn't feel alone, and Rena's family is happy too. Mion and Shion are getting along, as well as Shion and Sadako. The issue of Sadako's uncle is resolved, and she's no longer treated coldly by the other villagers. This is the best world I've ever experienced. But this world is going to end.
リカ、僕たちは特別な存在なのに、リカは自分のことを普通の人間として考えすぎなのです。楽しいパーティーがいつまでも続けばいいのにと子供の誰もが願う。でもいつかパーティーはお開きになりますのです。だから子供たちは楽しい瞬間をどうか永遠に続いてほしいと願うのです。でもだからといって終わったパーティーを嘆くことはない。眠ればまた明日の朝になる。そしてまたいろいろと楽しいことが起こるのです。パーティーが終われば消えてしまうシンデレラなんかいない。私の生への固執を今のリカはパーティーから帰りたくないと泣いて椅子にしがみつく子供と同じなのです。私の生への固執をそんな風に例えられるなんて知らなかったわ。どうして泣いたり悲しんだりする必要が？またパーティーはやってきます。リカは死を越すことを未だに忌み嫌っているけれど、僕たちにとっては一眠りのまたぎだというのに。羽生は 昭和58年の6月より先に何があるのか見たくないの？
I'm not sure if he wants to see 2020, let's be honest.
見たくないと言えば嘘になりますです。でもそれに固執して裏切られ傷ついてゆくリカの方が心配なのです。リカには分かってない。気の遠くなるほどの長い時間を誰とも会話することができず、楽しい祭りもじっと眺めているだけ。子供たちの遊ぶ輪を横で眺めていることしかできない悲しさなんてわからない。誰にも私の姿が見えない。誰にも私の声が届かないし、誰も私に話しかけてはくれない。
But there won't be a festival because everyone's dead.
そんな辛さや悲しさがリカに想像つきますのですか？その中でやっと出会えたリカなのです。僕はリカがいなかったら生きていけない。でもリカのように死ねもしないのです。僕は時の果てまで一人ぼっちで生きていかなくてはならない。新しいあなたが現れるまでずっと膝を抱いて一人で過ごしていかなくてはならない。僕はそんなのは嫌なのです。絶対に嫌なのです。羽生。だからリカ、あの悲しい約束を取り消してほしいのです。この世界でも運命に打ち勝てなかったらもう全てを諦めるというあの約束を取り消してほしいのです。羽生、ごめん。もう少しだけその返事を待たせて。
I want to do what I can until the end. When that happens, I can decide what to do. If I think there's still some hope, I can go on living. But if I feel desperate enough, I can just give up. It might not ultimately be a bad thing to repeat June of 1983 over and over. Perhaps I might be blessed with another fortunate life someday. Hanyu nodded with little satisfaction after hearing that, sensing that my feelings were starting to lean the way she wanted them.
どうしたよレナ。リカちゃんをお持ち帰りする算段でもしてるのか？
ねえケイイチくん、リカちゃんに元気がないとは思わないかな？
どうだろうな。奉納演舞の疲れが抜けないんじゃないのか？
Rika-chan was sitting all by herself, wearing a sad expression. I said she might still be tired from the festival. That wasn't really how it looked.
さとこちゃんが解放されて踊り上がってもいいくらいなのに。なんだか昨日からリカちゃんの様子がおかしいように思うの。悩み事でもあるんじゃないかな。
てっぺの件は完全に決着したはずだろ。リカちゃんが悩むような問題は何もないはずだぜ。
Asked for their help. We thought Sadako and Rika-chan might not be able to live together if they found a new guardian for Sadako. That problem is almost solved. Either the Sonozaki family or the Kimiyoshi family will become her guardian. Mayor Kimiyoshi is already Rika's guardian. If the Sonozaki family gets custody, Sadako will officially become Shion's little sister. Oh dear. Anyway, I had no idea why Rika-chan was acting so upset.
こういう時は声をかけてみるのが一番じゃねえのか？
それがかえってデリカシーがない時もあるし。でもケイイチくんなら大丈夫だと思うかな。
それはつまり俺にデリカシーがないっていう意味だな。
Yep. Rena laughed and stuck her tongue out at me. I walked up to Rika-chan and struck up a conversation. Perhaps something is still troubling Sadako, and we just don't know about it. If that's the case, we need to help her.
元気なさそうだな。 何か悩んでるのか？
あ、圭一。
Rika-chan had been daydreaming, and it took her a while to realize that I was talking to her.
僕が悩んでるように見えましたですか？
Do you indeed? Okay, well, I'll end things here for today. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments, any thoughts you have about everything that's been going on. Until next time, see ya.